Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Pensioner fined £325 in parking tickets for car he sold years ago. A pensioner says he's still fighting £325 worth of parking fines, issued more than 4 years ago for a car he no longer owned at the time. Merrick Clark, 69, from Rugby, Warwickshire, sold his Peugeot in September 2020 and initially kept the paperwork. Over the following months, 2 tickets were issued for parking violations involving the car at a hospital parking lot. Mr. Clark reportedly first became aware of the problem last January when he received a letter from debt recovery firm DCBL, who were acting on behalf of Parking Eye, who managed the lot. He told them he was no longer the owner and gave them details of the car's new owner, whom he also notified of the fines. DCBL threatened legal action and refused to back down unless he could provide paperwork, but by that time he had got rid of it. "I got rid of all the paperwork because 2 years later you don't expect to need it," Mr. Clark told Mail Online. "You don't expect really to be taken to court over a car that you don't own. The tickets kept coming, and so I was phoning. It was getting ridiculous. Then I started getting serious letters saying, 'We're going to take you to court.'" He says he asked DCBL to prove he was the owner, but they refused. The car's new owner even attempted to pay the fine, but the debt collectors refused, as he wasn't the person on their system that was supposed to be paying it. "So I formally wrote to them, 'I give you permission to pursue X person at Y address as the rightful owner of the car in question,'" Mr. Clark added. Mr. Clark asked the DVLA to provide proof he was no longer the car's owner, but did not hear back due to COVID-related backlogs. He was also unable to attend the court hearing, as he was living in France. The court ruled against him, and he had to pay the £325 fine, as well as around £75 in additional costs. He later received more letters for tickets linked to the car, but by this time, the DVLA had sent him proof he hadn't owned the car since 2020. DCBL eventually canceled the fine and apologized to Mr. Clark, but said he would have to pursue Parking Eye to challenge the existing £400 losses, but the company bounced him back to the debt collectors. Mr. Clark says he will now launch a small claims case to get the money back. "What I get really frustrated about is there's no way to fight these people," he added. "It's a circle that you can't get out of because they keep blaming each other." Parking Eye has said it secured the ownership details at the time of the fine through the DVLA, which produced Mr. Clark's name and address. It says 4 letters were sent to the address, but no reply was received. In a statement provided to Mail Online, a spokesperson for the firm said, "Parking Eye operates a BPA, British Parking Association, audited appeals process, which motorists can use to appeal their parking charge and highlight any mitigating circumstances." Mr. Clark failed to use the formal appeals process to advise us and provide evidence that the ownership of the vehicle had changed. Due to not engaging with our process in any way, the cases were escalated to debt recovery and the county court. Mr. Clark first got in touch with us in February this year, well over 4 years after the charges were issued to his address. If he had used our appeals process and engaged with our successive rounds of correspondence in 2020, we would have been able to investigate, and the cases could have been resolved for Mr. Clark. However, once it moves to debt recovery, he would need to engage with their process to provide any supporting evidence and resolve. DCBL Legal has been approached for comment. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. More 10 little-known driving offenses that could cost you £5,000 or even your license. More full list of number plates, which are so rude they have been banned by the DVLA. More warning to UK drivers over 2025 vehicle tax hike for older cars. Stay on top of the headlines with daily email updates. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA, and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.